नमस्कार, राम राम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, सत श्री अकाल। रेडियो सरगम पर आपका हार्दिक हार्दिक अभिनंदन हम कर रहे हैं और आज हैप्पी वर्ल्ड रेडियो डे आपको हम विश कर रहे हैं। आज हमारा दिन है और आज हमारा ओपन डे भी चल रहा है और इसको लेकर सुबह से काफी लोग हमारे दफ्तर में आ रहे हैं। लेकिन एक आवाज जो रेडियो के साथ काफी समय से जुड़ी हुई है और जिस आवाज को जब आप सुनते हैं तो रेडियो का वॉल्यूम आप ऊपर कर ही देते हैं कि चलो कुछ हो रहा है, कुछ ना कुछ हुआ है। और अगर ऑफ टाइम पर यह आवाज सुनने को मिल जाए तो दिल धड़क जाता है, क्या हुआ है, क्या कोई अच्छी खबर है या बुरी खबर है। तो मैन हिमसेल्फ जिन्होंने रेडियो को अपना बहुत सारा समय दिया है, कई वर्षों से रेडियो न्यूज के साथ में ये जुड़े हुए हैं और आज हम बातें करने जा रहे हैं विजय नारायण से, हमारे जो न्यूज डायरेक्टर हैं और कई वर्षों से इनकी आवाज जो है ये फीजी भर में छाई हुई है। यूं कहे कि दुनिया भर में जो फीजियंस है इनको सुनना पसंद करते हैं, इनके बातों में विश्वास रखते हैं और इनकी आवाज का जादू जो है ये जब चलता है तो कमाल करता है। तो सबसे पहले रेडियो डे विजय नारायण।
Hey, happy World Radio Day, Roneel, and to everyone who's listening and watching out there.
And what would you like to tell our listeners on this special day dedicated to radio?
Well, I think it is important to celebrate this day, and finally, United Nations in 2013, I believe, decided that we should have a World Radio Day because we have contributed a lot in times of disasters, emergencies, etc., and that the world should be celebrating World Radio Day because it has been proven the radio is the most personal medium in the world. You can be alone, driving somewhere, or you can be alone at home. You can be anywhere, and it's mobile. You can get the information straight away. You can listen to the music, the radio stations that play, the music that you like, that is based on your genre. So I think it's important, Roneel, that based on history, more than 100 years of radio in the world, more than a century-old medium, and it'll never die. People have said that radio will die because of television. The opposite is starting to happen where radio lives on, and with this technology, it's a beautiful place where you can now combine radio with voice and visual. So for example, if you're doing one kirtan show, previously on Sundays people would just be listening to it. Now they can actually watch you and connect with you at that level. So the amazing technology that we're blessed with goes in our favor as well.
Vijay, I'd like to know how many years have you dedicated to radio since you joined radio?
Yeah, in total, so far 27 years, 27 good years, and every day has been a good experience. When you're a journalist in Fiji, there's never a dull day. A lot happens. I've had my fair share of coverage of elections, of court cases, of coups, of had the gun pointed at me at times. have had many threats along the way. So yeah, it's been an interesting and enjoyable ride.
I'd like to know, and I'm pretty sure our listeners would want to know the best day of your radio career. Would you like to share that with our listeners?
I think the best day for me as far as this career is concerned, the day I walked into this building.
Wow.
I have a special place in my heart for Communications Fiji Limited. From the time I started in the industry, I've never left Communications Fiji Limited. When I came in FM 96, Naftarang and VT FM had just started. I came a few months after that, and then I was blessed and also to be part of the setting up of Legend FM and Radio Sargam in planning that out. So that was quite memorable for us when we decided to give something special to the people as they were moving out of the FM 96 market and Radio Naftarang market, to have worked with people like Anirudh Diwakar to plan out Sargam's plan. That was quite a lot of work, and will never be forgotten. And to work with people like our current GM Charles Taylor to set out what would Legend FM, even right up to, I remember sitting around the yellow bucket and deciding on what should we call Legend FM. We were talking about different names. Fiji Village, we've taken Fiji Village. Why it's important, Roneel, because with technology we can do so much now. As I said, that when you embrace technology and combine with radio, because radio is so versatile, so mobile, so instantaneous, and you mix it with what we're doing right now, it's an amazing thing that you can take these things. People must be watching this in any part of the world, and they would be feeling that they are in Fiji, in our newsroom, and getting closer to us. So we also, with all these things that have come in, I think we have taken radio to greater heights. Where it was with technology when radio transmission was discovered around in the 1800s to where it sits now. It's amazing, and that's why when we sit in a place like Communications Fiji Limited, which is an organization founded by people who really care for Fiji, to ensure there's factual information, to ensure there's accuracy, there's balance, there's fairness. People like the founder William Parkinson, who's the current chairman, who has inspired us a lot in going in this journey that we're going into. No biasness, no influence of any kind, to ensure that we continue to thrive in our independence. We had brands like Independent Radio News and Independent Radio Sports when we had started, because we needed to maintain that to our audience. And at the end of the day, our audience, we see them as our friends. You are our friends, and when our friend during happy times, like we'll give you all the happy moments, happy news, we'll cover that. During sad times, not so good times in terms of crisis or floods, cyclones, etc., we'll be there for you. It's funny that when it comes to those disasters, while everybody is going home to prepare, we are coming in the other direction to come and work here. So, I mean, it's an amazing profession to be in, and as I said, that with CFL, we continue to ask ourselves the question: what can we do better for the people?
Thank you, Vijay. Where do you see radio, in fact, Fiji radio, in the next 5 to 10 years' time?
Yeah, well, Fiji radio, it's an amazing thing, because I've been overseas, and you've been to places like US, etc. They would still connect to our radio station. They would still, when I went to Japan in the 2000s, I remember going and interviewing some rugby players there who were living there. They had connected their sound system, etc., and onto the internet, and listening to the radio through our website, Fiji Village. So in the mornings they would play that, and that would make them feel closer to home. They wanted to keep that connection. So we have found that connection not only here, but also with the diaspora that exists in different parts of the world. One of the statistics that we saw, Roneel, in one of the shows that we were doing, one of the Fiji Village Straight Talk shows, there were about 3 people, they were watching our content from Iceland. So what does it say? That one, Fijians are everywhere. 2, that we have connected the people to these brands that exists, and that will continue to exist, and this magic will never die. So the magic is now elevated with technology, with the visuals that we have. If you were doing this interview maybe 20 years ago, it'll be with a recorder or with a telephone, and the only thing that people would listen to is my voice. But now people can watch, they can comprehend fully what is being said, and with the visuals as well. and it's combined. We are a radio station, we run radio station, but we are not just a radio station. So that's the amazing thing, and many more things coming through. With the advent of technology, we've got things like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter. That presents a lot of opportunities for us, but at the same time, we have our own platform through Fiji Village and the station websites, where you get the content of today on what's happening in Fiji in the languages that you understand or you want to link up with.
Thank you, Vijay. You have shared about the best day of your radio career. Can you also share your worst experience ever you've had with radio? Anything you remember or you'd like to share this day?
I'm an optimist. I've gone through a lot of situations that we don't talk about what we go through at the back end, because at the end of the day it's about the audience. But nothing comes to mind that is the worst day. Of course, we've had worst days for the country where we've been down on our knees in terms of mainly through political disasters or things like Cyclone Winston, which really badly affected people, some worst cyclones that we've had, floods, etc. To go there and to cover that. We've never been a team, and for me personally, we've never been in the business for just covering something that's going wrong and not helping people. So some things that come to mind, Roneel, is like I remember there was great floods in Nandi one year, and I remember getting a call from a father who was calling, and that he was staying in Nandi, and flood water levels. He was in a double-story house with his wife and little baby, and the flood water levels had reached the bottom flat. It had reached the bottom flat, and it was rising quickly. So they moved up to the second flat upstairs, and as they were up at the second flat, the water levels continued to rise. So they went up on the roof, and they stayed on the roof for many hours, and it was torrential rain, continuous rain. And we were covering our flood reports here, getting people out there. And what we were doing is, if people were calling us and they were in need, we would reach out to the police and disaster management office. So this person called me up and said that his little baby was starting to lose, the color was changing, because they were in the rain for a very long time. And also said that he was willing to pay for a helicopter to come and rescue them. And he had no contact of anyone else. So I reached out to the disaster management office and the police, and quickly told them about the situation. And we'd like to thank the rescue workers that they went out in a boat and rescued the family. That's the work. That's just one of the many that we do. Just not that we just cover something, someone is going through something, and we walk away from it. A few years ago, we covered a single mother whose house, when she would sleep at night with her daughters, it would leak right through, and hardly anything in the house to eat, a lot of issues, and it was just not too far away from Suva. We did a one-day drive, combined the radio stations, and we managed to get a new house done for this woman, Janifa Bibi. So that's the kind of work that also brings out the best, the Fijian hearts who come forward and say, we'll do this, we trust you, we understand you. And I just want to say, we don't just say that you are a friend, you are a listener. We really mean it when we go out there to get the content that you need to know about or you want to know about.
Thank you, Vijay. And lastly, on this special day, what message you'd like to convey to our younger generation who'd like to join radio or make journalism as their career?
हम हिंदी में बात नहीं करता है, but one of the things हम मनता बताए कि people need to hold on and understand the culture and language too. Try my best. I'm trilingual. I can speak in English, I can speak in Hindustani or Itoke. So, good to learn all the language, good to embrace our different cultures and traditions. For the younger generation, don't be shy about the different things that you can learn. I mean, we have a country which is rich in culture and tradition. We have to make sure that we hold on to it. Radio stations like Narayan and Sargam are opportunities to do that. If you believe that you have what it takes to be the next Roneel, Narayan or Sneh Chaudhary or Satyanan, we always have opportunities open, because one of the things I've noticed for news is that it's hard to find Indo-Fijians now who can speak in Hindi, and the conversational Hindi we use for our news for the Hindi stations. So there's a message out there. If you are looking at a career, it is a very attractive career. Will take you places. It's interesting on a daily basis, and we're looking for people like you. Also making sure that you are contributing in a positive way. It's very easy to be negative or pessimistic. It's harder to be optimistic in what you do. In this business, as I said, there's ups and downs. There's happy times that we focus on. There's not so happy times. There's sad times. There's challenging times. But it's all about embracing. That's what life is about. Embracing what we've got and continue to thrive in what you do.
Thank you, Vijay, or thank you for your time, and thank you for all what you have been doing and what you are going to do for the country, for Radio Sargam, for CFL, and we really appreciate your work.
Thank you.
Thank you. ये हमारे न्यूज़ डायरेक्टर विजय नारायण, और आज इनसे कुछ ज़्यादा बातें हमने की, इनके विषय में आपने भी जाना। कैसी लगी आप ज़रूर हमें कमेंट करके बतला सकते हैं, और हमारे साथ में जुड़े रहिएगा। वंस अगेन हैप्पी वर्ल्ड रेडियो डे।